Okay, so OnePlus has sent over this special mystery package, and I have a pretty good idea of at least one thing that's inside of this. But you can probably tell that this package is pretty huge, so yeah, there's probably quite a few things inside. So yeah, without any further ado, here's my unboxing and first impressions of the brand new OnePlus 7T Pro, because I'm guessing and I'm hoping that there's a OnePlus 7T Pro inside. Access any region-restricted websites such as, for example, Netflix US from outside the US and make your connection private and secure by using private internet access. Check it out using the link below. Okay, so taking a look at this big red box here, this is the OnePlus 7T Pro Media Pack, which means that if you're just buying the 7T Pro from the store, you wouldn't really be getting this, unfortunately, as this is something that only the reviewers get. So yeah, thanks OnePlus, and I think this is also a reason why we should probably have another look and a closer look at its box. So comparing this 7T Pro Media Pack to the one that we got a few months ago with the 7 Pro, you can see how much bigger this one actually is. It's significantly larger and thicker as well than the old one, and I also think that this one does look better, with that full-on red look. So we have a OnePlus logo on the front, and nothing else really on the sides or the back. Taking off the sleeve, and now we get the actual box, and this one's really cool. So it's got the Never Settle logo on the front, and then the front also slides away in this butterfly-like style, and the contents of the actual box are revealed. How cool is this? And there we go, the first thing that we get here is this black OnePlus sleeve, which seems to contain the OnePlus 7 Pro booklet. This is essentially a guide made for reviewers so that they get accustomed with all the new features that OnePlus 7T Pro comes with. And I've actually changed the style of this significantly from the one that we got with the 7 Pro, so there's no actual images of the phone itself, just drawings and graphics, which I actually do like. Like, honestly, whoever designed this thing should get a promotion. This is just a brilliant job, and the whole booklet is made out of the same cardboard-like paper that the box is also made from. So it's much thicker and a more texturized paper, so to say, than the one we got before with the OnePlus 7 Pro reviewer's guide. And inside of this, we also get a OnePlus branded cleaning cloth, which I don't think I'll ever open. This is just way too precious to open, so I'll keep this safe. And they have indeed changed the design with this one as well. So we now have this landscape cloth rather than the portrait style one that we had before. Removing that, and we get two compartments. So I'm going to open the one on the right first, since the one on the left seems to be the box for the OnePlus 7T Pro. And inside of this we get not one, not two, but actually 3 cases for the OnePlus 7T Pro. So yeah, I absolutely love the packaging of these, like how easily removable the seals are, and then you just slide it out, and there you go. This is the classic standstill case. And then we also get 2 more, which from the outside they look pretty much identical, however they're actually quite different. So they're both part of the carbon series of cases, but one of them is the carbon protective case, while the other one is the carbon bumper case, which does offer more protection to the frame of the phone. And wow, I really like both, like a lot. The feeling on the back is just incredible, but I do prefer the bumper one by quite a bit. So it's a bit weird to explain because it's made out of one piece of plastic, however the back is more solid while the edge is actually made from rubber. But there's no seam line or anything between them, so it looks as if they were made from one block, or at least merged together in a perfect manner. This might just be my favorite case on any smartphone, and I'm not even kidding. Yeah, this thing looks and feels amazing. And finally, we get to the actual OnePlus 7T Pro box, and wow, this is a very interesting looking box as well. So it's very tall. So yeah, comparing this to the OnePlus 7 Pro box, this is about, what, 25% or so taller? Or something like that. However, it's also not as wide or as thick as the OnePlus 7 Pro box was. And I actually prefer this design. So it's much sleeker, not just in terms of the form factor, but also in terms of the style of the box. We have the message, this is the OnePlus 7T Pro. It is the culmination of all of our design and engineering efforts, and crafted for those who, like us, always strive for the very best. On the sides, we get the OnePlus 7T Pro branding, nothing really on the top and the bottom, and then on the back we get a color, haze blue in this case, the capacity 256, as well as the RAM, which in our case is 8 GB. Okay, so now let's remove the plastic wrap. Oh, the beauty of a new unboxing. And there we go, the OnePlus 7T Pro. Now, on the bottom of the box we have Never Settle, so I'm quite curious what's exactly inside of that bit. So let's remove the phone and see what else we get inside. So it looks like we get this very long booklet that says OnePlus on it, and inside we get quite a few things. So we get another card that says invitation on that, so let's open that up, and we get a message from Pete Lau, the founder and CEO of OnePlus. You can pause the video if you want to read the full message. We then get 3 OnePlus stickers, all of them different. We then get 2 manuals, one being a quick start guide that also shows you the layout of the phone, and then the other one being the warranty and the safety guide. Underneath this long card we get a case, a silicone case just like with the 7 Pro. Yeah, it's really nice to see OnePlus including this in the box because you get basically day one protection. We then get this other card with the SIM eject tool. We then get a charging cable, the same iconic OnePlus red and white cable, definitely the best looking cable out there. This is by far my favorite. And then we finally get the Warp Charge 30T charger, which looks identical to the 7 Pro charger, by the way, same design, same size, even the same specifications in terms of the amperage and the voltage, and the exact same model number. Yet, the 7T Pro can actually charge 23% faster than the 7 Pro could. So it seems to me like the reason for the speed increase is actually some optimizations done in the software or thanks to the new processor, which I'll talk about in just a minute. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much it when it comes to the media pack. The box was indeed bigger, but we actually got less stuff, interesting enough, than we got with the 7 Pro media pack, which also included the Bullet Wireless 2 headphones as well as the OnePlus car charger. We did, however, get 3 cases rather than just 2. Okay, so now let's remove the plastic wrap from the OnePlus 7T Pro. Gotta love that music. And now let's take a closer look at the actual phone. Okay, so now I've been using the OnePlus 7T Pro for a bit now, playing around with it, seeing what's new and all the new features compared to the 7 Pro. So yeah, here's everything that's new and improved from the previous OnePlus 7 Pro. So design-wise, it looks pretty much identical to the 7 Pro from just a few months ago. We have the exact same bezel sizes, the same display resolution at 3120 by 1440, the same 516 ppi, even the same 90 Hz refresh rate, the same camera system, the same haptic engine, and I'll promise you that this is the last time I'll say the same in this video. Or maybe not. But no, really, holding these in my hand, and it's pretty much impossible to tell which one is which from the front. Okay, so in that case, what is different with the 7T Pro? Well, I managed to find 7 different things so far. So the first one is that we do get a brand new color. So this is now called the Haze Blue, which replaces the Nebula Blue that the 7 Pro came in. It's a bit lighter than the Nebula Blue, and it also reflects more light, so it's a bit shinier. Personally, I like both. They're very, very similar. Then the second change is actually the processor. So we now have the Snapdragon 855 Plus processor compared to the 855 that a 7 Pro had. Essentially, the GPU is now 15% faster, which also means slightly higher frames per second in some more demanding games like Call of Duty Mobile, for example. Can you beat this high score, guys? Can you beat this one? Then number 3, we have this black thing on the back next to the camera module. Well, that's not really a bug, it looks like one, but it's not. It's for the macro mode, the new macro mode that this phone has. So essentially you can get as close as 2.5 centimeters from an object, and it will actually still focus, where most phones will indeed fail. So here's an example of how close the 7T Pro can focus versus the iPhone 11 Pro. That's all blurry here, or the Note 10 Plus. So yeah, this is perfect for photographing insects or plants or just, you know, textures in general. Then number 4, the battery is slightly larger at 4085 mAh versus 4000 mAh, mostly for that 855 Plus processor, which is essentially an overclocked 855 chip in the end. So it does need more power, so that's most likely for that. Fifth, if you ever used the reading mode on the 7 Pro, well, the 7T Pro now allows you to use it in full color mode rather than just black and white like you could before. Then number 6, the 7T Pro also comes with Android 10 right out of the box. Now, the 7 Pro will also be getting an update to Android 10 pretty soon. I don't have it on my unit just yet, but it should be here by the end of the month. And finally, number 7, we actually do get a faster fast charge with the Warp Charge 30T, which, like I said before, is 23% faster than on the OnePlus 7 Pro. Okay, so in the end, the OnePlus 7T Pro is indeed a very small upgrade over the 7 Pro that we got back at the end of May, just 4 and a bit months ago. And I really don't think that that's necessarily a bad thing. You see, the 7 Pro was already an amazing smartphone, pretty much the best Android phone overall, especially considering the price, and the 7 Pro is now an even better version of this. And yes, it still doesn't have a camera that's as good as the Note 10s or the iPhone 11 Pros, however, it does have a very usable and good camera overall for the price, which by the way, OnePlus has improved a ton with software updates, which they've actually been slamming in a few times a month. So really good when it comes to updates. Essentially with the OnePlus 7 Pro phones or any OnePlus phones, you get day 2 updates right after the Pixel. So that's really awesome. And then you also have an insanely fast UI, which is even more customizable than Google's own, the Pixel UI. And then you also get, like I said, near stock Android experience. You get that 90Hz refresh rate display and no notch or any display cutouts at all. And all of this at $670 or £650 in UK, which by the way is even less than the regular iPhone 11 costs, which still comes with an LCD display in 2019, sub 1080p resolution, this is almost 3K by the way, thick bezels and a gigantic notch, and 90Hz, and yeah. You can probably tell that this is the best all-around Android phone of 2019, especially for that price. It really, really is. But let me know in the comments, what do you guys think about the OnePlus 7T Pro? Which OnePlus phone do you have if you have one? And yeah, definitely subscribe notifications for the full review. This was not a review. This was just my initial thoughts after, 3 hours of use, something like that. So yeah, definitely stay tuned for the full in-depth review after about a month or so of using this. So yeah, thank you for watching. I'm Daniel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Zen of Tech, signing out. Cheers.